Hello and welcome back to Railway Empire 2. We are sat in Birmingham today and we are staring north, which is where we need to focus our attention and get them growing. Before we kick off today, we are saving up a little bit of money. Ian Harvey, a couple of episodes ago, episode 4, had a suggestion to bring Carlisle into our network, as painful as it may be to get up there. Let's just bring the contours back up again. I have, however, placed us a couple of stations. Ian's thinking was, let's just bring up Carlisle here, we'd add 21,000 people to our goal. However, the wording suggests that isn't the case. It would not add another 20,000 to this total, as it's just in the region, not connected to our network. So nothing will change there, is my belief. So while that won't happen, I don't think we can confirm it once we've connected up. It's still a good idea, isn't it? Because we could bring in our corn. These are placeholders. They're about where we need them, the best we're going to get. So I'm going to pivot. And we're going to bring in Carlisle. I know I was against heading up there, but bringing Carlisle into at least Manchester, it's unlikely we'll compete with this guy down here, as he'll have the shorter route, therefore the quicker route as well. And so everybody will favour his route. The reason I'm letting time tick by is it would be nice to get the funds to build this, and you'll be pleased to know, let's just bring up the track layer here, I have pre-wiggle jiggled today. Now we just have enough money for it, but we've also got that bond, because we've got a lot more to do today than just connect up the far reaches of northern England. This one's going to cost us 273,000 for one track. We're going to double track it, and we're going to branch to York, because we still might be able to take some goodies from Carlisle if we give them a mixed service, and we could also get a saboteur involved for the first time, maybe. We've got the corn to hook up, which again you'll be pleased to know I've pre-wiggle jiggled. This is a nightmare. This one down here, it's another 160,000 nearly, but it's about as good as I could get it. I avoided most of the hilly regions and got it sat about right. For the long Carlisle route, it's pleasant. Look at that. 0%. Yes, it's pricey. We are paying a lot for, I think it's mainly cuttings than anything else. So the actual tracks themselves are only going to cost us 66,000. The rest of it is because we're dug down to keep our grades to a minimum. And I think I'm about happy with that. We are going to have to expand, but yeah. Let's build one of them at least. And now we'll pop in, since we paid off our bond, and we'll take nearly 1.6 million. It's going to be a pricey one as far as interest is concerned, but I like it. I like that we can now also build part 2 of our northern expansion. So we'll get you built as well. And what we can do now, pause that, is double trackers all the way to Carlisle. I just noticed I've come in at the wrong side into Manchester there. However, it might be beneficial at this stage to give us some more platforms on this northern Manchester station. So we'll get rid of our platforms there, and we'll send this up double tracked. It needs to be on the other side, doesn't it? Yeah. I got really close to our competitors' tracks. Oh, I don't like that. Why are you 56 miles an hour? Let's get rid of this and redraw it into the platforms here. There we go. We'll get you in like that. Then we go maximum. And now I'm hoping we can double track all the way. There we go. Parallel all the way. We do have a little tunnel there, but because it's a half tunnel, it's only going to cost us a little over 5,500. Earthworks again, extra platforms. So 353,000, shall we call it an investment? So we'll get you built. We'll reconnect our York line. And what I'm hoping is we can actually branch in up here and give us a nice 4-track gridiron. So we've got lots of options when we're choosing platforms in Manchester. And the grade is pleasant. Right, let's get us re-signalled. And let's get us some signals all the way up to Carlisle. And we'll get us a nice big 4-track gridiron. And it goes in. It's beautiful. And we'll need a gridiron all the way back up at Carlisle. There we go. Just to confirm. It has not added another 20,000. But it is now a supplier of cloth to us. And we can take beer and meat to them, can't we? So that's going to help them grow. And we've got a lot more to do as far as getting some goods around our network is concerned. I fast forwarded it, didn't I? Which isn't such a bad thing, because we're going to need all of this to increase the capacity of our existing lines. Let's take that off. Yeah, increase the capacity of all these existing lines and to get some warehousing up and running in Manchester, possibly Liverpool, so we don't have to create a separate line for our sugar, although that might be a better idea. Maybe cheaper? Maybe cheaper. But we're not done, are we? We've got to finish off this that we've got going on down here. I might actually bring them in to a fourth platform. Depends how much this costs. Oh, it's not too bad. Yeah, it's a 3% grade. But at least it sits in there, sort of, with a little tunnel, half tunnel. Yeah, that'll do, won't it? Our trains are not that fast. There we go. We'll get you double track just there. It's not going to be delivering the most anyway. This is only level 1. And for some reason, our competitor here is not taking anything. So that's good. That's all ours. Let's get York delivered with some corn from north. Northern corn. And northern corn can supply our northern towns. I don't know whether I want to run down there. Maybe. We've got room to put another station in if we want to. We could also move the location of this now that we're connected. But I don't think it's necessary. Yeah, let's go with that. Oh, what's going on there? I'm not pressing any buttons, game. Dear oh dear. There are some bug fixes on the way and manual signals are coming back as well. I'll settle for the bug fixes to start with. Shall we, this is freight only, isn't it? That distracted me somewhat. We do want to definitely have at least a half load on this. It might be worth a full load, but I think we'll run out of corn first. And I'd rather not sit there for 8 car loads. Right, caboose? Maybe not. We want to carry as much as we can when we can. Up until the point where we can double up on this. Then we might be able to start thinking about cabooses. And maybe a refrigerator car as well. And just have more trains so we're making the maximum amount of money on the journey. Alright, I'm happy with that. 1 train. It keeps clicking things when I'm not clicking. It's very, very bizarre. I don't know what's going on there. Hopefully that's one of the fixes. Ah, yes. We might want to spend a little money and put I guess in the middle somewhere. Yeah, put a supply tower somewhere in the middle. So we're not running out. And finally... Ooh, do we want to move this across one now? I think so. It might be useful. Yeah, if we delete here and we move this along, we're going to have a lot more wiggle room here, aren't we? Yeah, there we go. So you go in to that platform and then we'll run the Carlisle route parallel with it, mainly so we've got a few more options down here as far as platform assignments are concerned, and we can parallel track this rather than a junction. We will have a junction up there. It is a bit rough, isn't it? The grade there. Can we improve that? No, I think that's as good as we're getting it. It depends. There are plenty of places we can hook in up here. Is that as good as it's going to get? I think so, right? Yeah. Well, 2% grade isn't too terrible, is it? Not with these locos. I mean, we're heading up anyway, and we've got to get up here in order to get to Carlisle, so that's all right. I'll take it. Right, let's build you. You're not parallel all the way, which is kind of obvious. We'll get you nicely paralleled there, though. Yes, perfect. Can we get us a nice 4-track grid iron in? Not very nice, but we'll get it in anyway. We've got this little curve down here. We can maybe get rid of that later. Right, we've got a triangle here. We have one supply tower. So we'll separate the other ones. And given the distance, I would like another supply tower here. But here's a thought I've had about this. Rather than quad tracking it all the way in the early game, if we're going to have 2 services running this and we may need to fill up, let's separate them at the supply tower so that we don't get in each other's way. We don't get in the other line's way. Again, with me and junctions on the corner, but that should be fine. Is that the fastest we can get it? Are we going to have to go around the corner maybe? We might be able to get it better there. Oh, there we go. I saw it, guys. Maximum. Beautiful. There is a little grade there, but that's all right. Plenty of room for our trains to park up. Obviously, they won't choose them dynamically. Oh, this one's worse. That's 30 mile an hour slowdown. We could perhaps go round here, though. There we go. That's 48. That's pleasant. This one should be maximum, though. Can we get you better? Can we get you at max, perhaps? Maybe after the corner on this one. There we go. There we go. Ooh, we almost had it. There. Beautiful. Yeah, we scoot in sooner here, but that doesn't really matter. Build you. And you need to go the same direction as your friend. Likewise, you need to go the same direction as your friend. Plenty of room for our trains to park up there. And now we'll get some services running, mixed services, as they're going to utilise some new warehouses we're going to put up. Automatic. Oh, it's doing that clicking again. Stop that, please. What is that all about? Dear, oh dear. Right, we'll get you the... yes, the Rhine. We don't want the other one. Do we want a caboose on? I think for this journey it's worth it. This is where all our money is instantly going. We'll start with one. You are heading to Manchester. And then we'll see what happens with this York one. I'm hoping we do take some goodies. We can hopefully get them sorted. Right. So the York train, you're going to go on the outside. After York, I want you to take that line. Then after Carlisle, take that line. Beautiful. It doesn't really matter which ones we choose, but I've chosen those. And we'll get you another Rhine on. Oh, do we? Oh, yes, I think I know where that is. That's fine. We'll sort that out immediately. Let's get you direction of travel down this end. In fact, I forgot about the York to Manchester line as well. Let's get you signalled up as well. There we go. Now we're good. Ooh, that was an expansion and a half, wasn't it? Now, let's find our Manchester train and we'll send you down the middle. So you're going to take this line after Carlisle, and you're on the right one, but we'll doubly make sure for that. There we go. Now what will happen is when they... Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, when they come down here, the lovely cutting we've got going on, that we've spent a fortune on. If our Carlisle train needs to fill up, our Manchester trains can pass and vice versa in both directions. So our trains are waiting for deployment. They'll be off shortly. Now then, we've got some warehousing to sort out. And wood. Wood is the one thing we're going to struggle on. We do have some in Wales right next to Liverpool. But as you can see by the red box here, in fact, we've got 2 lots of wood in Wales. But we can't do anything with Wales. So we are going to have to supply the entire map from Hamilton Terminal. And yes, that's our only option. But all the way up to Carlisle. In fact, even this one in North Wales is going to be the one that supplies the north of England anyway. So in order to achieve that, what we should do is get us wood in this warehouse. Anything else we could possibly utilize here? Sugar, we can create a warehouse in Liverpool and get sugar into Manchester. We need to see all of these with green arrows. Currently they have not, but that's what the plan is today. We're going to spend as much as I can getting us a boost in our delivery of freight. So the only thing these guys really need to worry about at the moment is just a little drop off for our sugar on this journey, and then they can take it into Manchester. Manchester's going to get hooked up into our little place down here. Oh, where are you? Yeah, there we are. Murray train station. Now, we don't need to take sugar down here, I don't think, because we have it over in Liverpool Street now. There we go. Yes, we've got that in Liverpool Street. Okay. So, Manchester, you can take some cloth to Liverpool. You can also pass some sugar off to Carlisle and York. Milk's going to be an issue. I'll have to think about milk later. Beer, we need to pass that from York to Manchester. It should take it direct from York to Carlisle. Goodness me. It's going to be interesting, this, isn't it? Yes, we need to get corn into play. We need to get wood into play. This is all of our early stuff to get these northern cities growing. Grain. Grain we will need to pass over. So there we go. We've got our grain there. And on this side, goodbye money. I would like us to definitely have a repair building and a warehouse, which we can just about afford. And we need to pass the grain across, the corn maybe across, just for now. The wood needs to go across, the beer needs to go across, the sugar needs to go across, and we'll pass the cloth across as well. So that's a full bag there. They may be slightly different order, perhaps, but that should see to everything. We don't need one. Oh yes, we do need one in York, but we've got one, haven't we? And we're going to be bringing down corn now. We don't need to store anything else like wood or cloth, as Carlisle will take it direct to Manchester, but we will be bringing in these fruit and veg places. That's a lot of work done. Our next plan, I'm going to hit play, but our next plan is to hook this up as well, and this is going to be a bit of a mission to get up here, so we'll give us a rough outline and see if it's even doable. It's going to be a bit of a climb and a bit rough, I'm going to assume. It's not too bad. Yeah, if we can keep that at max, we'll have to come down, and we've got to avoid the tunnel. There we go. 1% grade isn't too bad, is it? It's not terrible. We've got 2% here, but any lower and we start to make a tunnel. We've got 2% there. Can we make that a 1% with a bit of wiggle jiggle? With a bridge, yes. We could maybe drop that a touch. No, that introduces another 2%. Is there anywhere around here where we can like sort of head up without making a bridge? Not really. I might take the grade. I might not have a choice about taking the grade. Yeah, it seems a little much to have. Oh, I don't know, guys. There we go. I was going to say it seems a little much to have a tunnel up here, but it's just going to be a cut-in. It is. It's expensive. Our money went up so fast. Goodness me. Okay, so we have a connection now from Murray train station all the way up with a little grade at the station. Well, that's not too bad. Let's get you built. Have I put you the wrong side? More than likely. That's fine. We can redraw it from here, and hopefully it won't be too terrible. Right, get you deleted. And we'll get you in like that. Oh, we've improved the grade. No, we haven't. Just kidding. Right, get you with a gridiron. Get you with a gridiron. Get you signalled up. And then we'll get some more services running on this little section as well. It will run empty to start with, but we need to trigger demand first and let the orders know it exists. Freight only. I'm going to run with the freight train. We're our own separate freight line here. We've got some grades to deal with as well, so speed isn't really a thing I'm worried about too much. Later on, we might change it for the Rhine. I mean, it depends how this does, doesn't it? Should we just run with that? Caboose might help us with the grades as well, and it will improve our top speed a little bit and our income. So definitely worth sticking a caboose on. We are just going to run the singular train for now, or service. We also need to change our express train between Manchester and Liverpool to be a mixed service, so automatic, and we'll stick the Rhine on you. And we get a refund of 322 coins for that. Beautiful. Now that should trigger demand in Liverpool and Manchester for each of our goodies that we're going to take there. We have a point to spend. Goodness me, that's a lot to do. It's like non-stop today, guys. I love it. I wouldn't mind getting this, not because of the maintenance post, but I've just noticed the little line here that lets us scoot round and get the Le Continent. And even these two might be nice. The Saboteur, and we get cheaper staff, then we can go and get us the new express train. I like it. I like it. It might be useful sooner rather than later. Okay, we'll get you. We'll get you. Even though we don't have maintenance buildings on, but I've not seen much of a disaster as far as breakdowns, random breakdowns are concerned. Okay, have I forgot anything with our master plan here? Yeah, Birmingham. Look at the timing. 50,075 we might be able to afford, which we can. A nice little library out there for Birmingham. Beautiful. London has one. Oxford might be next on the list for that. Shall we see? We've got York growing, but shall we see what that has done? I just saw it. Do I want to buy a clay pit? No, thank you. I just saw Manchester grew a little bit there. Oh yes, what haven't I done? Train usage. Keep an eye on our trains. We see some red trains, but mostly yellow, which is probably where you want them sitting. On and off, switching between red and yellow. Red isn't too bad, it just means you need a bit more capacity on your line. So Birmingham's growing healthily at 90%, 98% there with Oxford. Manchester is now up to 72%. Liverpool, we've got to rescue Liverpool. They're at 41.7%, which is terrible. They can't go any lower though. But it isn't going to help, is it? No. We've got 71.6% there. So York is growing. Carlisle, hopefully we can get these guys growing. There they go. They are rising. We are full with this guy. So, I've got it on fast forward. Don't do that. Shall we add another one to the Manchester line? I sort of like it. It should spawn in Manchester as well. There we go. Are we taking any more? As long as we take something, that's all that matters, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. We're taking some. Oh, beautiful. We've got at least some cloth heading to Liverpool there. And we should start to see some sugar heading down this way as well. Oh, you're absolutely chock-a-block. Let's double up on you. We may need to increase the amount of trains running in now that we're taking wood as well. And we may need to double track this and get some more wood going as well. Yeah, let's double up on you. We can afford this kind of thing. We need some money in our back pocket for London. Look how close they are to 90,000. But should we double up on this track? And we'll double up on the train. We'll copy it as opposed to add another train to the line, because I want them filling up and going and not trying to space out. at any station. So yeah, we need to save up some money for London's new industry. Let's get you and let's clone you. And yes, add another train on there. And I don't know. You go for that. Are you going to fill up? I think you might. Yeah, look at that. Where are you going? We've got Birmingham, Liverpool, Manchester, York, Carlisle, Manchester, Liverpool. What a lovely mix. We have another research point, guys. That means we get to saboteur stuff. But that's fine. We might use a saboteur in this playthrough, as they're kind of in the way of our York situation here. Yeah, look. Oh, no, we are taking grain and stuff. Not too terrible. Cambridge has grown out the blue. How are we doing? Oh, not in the company value. How are we doing on our task list? I love the way that we've got the north growing in tandem with London. That's kind of nice, isn't it? Yeah. Look at all these arrows. They're beautiful. Manchester has grown. Carlisle. Carlisle is now on the up and up. Right, have I forgot anything? Not really. It's just a case of increasing supply, isn't it now? It might be a time. I don't know how busy is it down in Birmingham. It might be a time to... oh, are you heading there now? Yeah. Well, let's wait for him to head up that way, as I'd like to get rid of this section of track and double track it out of Birmingham. It's about that time, isn't it, that we start expanding. We already have the platforms, though. Have you passed yet? No. Wait till you get past the... please go past. There we go. He might still reset anyway, as we're going to have to redo the signalling. But I like this. And I like that we've got green arrows on all of our cities nearly. Especially in the north. There we go. Yeah, he's going to reset anyway, because we've got to do that. Oh, no. We lucked out a little bit there. Let's get the gridiron in, but a big chunky one. There we go. It did reset one of our trains. Best to do it now. I don't know what happened there. You went flying up that way. That's going to help a little bit, isn't it? Now that we've got that sorted. Yeah, we can probably separate some of this as well very shortly. But we do need this money in the bank. For this. What do we want to build in London? Well, let's have a look at demand. What's next? Well, wood. Wood could be a thing, but I would like to reserve that for Oxford, I think. It's right there. Yeah, let's have Oxford make the wooden planks. Next down is our booze, which we do get apples already. How many apples do you have? You've got 10 apples, and we do get sugar now. Yes, yes. Let's give you a distillery. Beautiful. And let's try and fill in all of the red with some green. Give us a bit more room to play with as far as buildings are concerned when we have the rights to build here. No doubt we'll try and buy all of our competitors out, because why not? We will not switch over to a university just yet until they max out. That way we get to take advantage of the bonuses the library will give London and keep them growing fast up to 100. Liverpool have made a recovery thanks to all of our shenanigans today. We're going to get some cloth there eventually. We should get some corn there eventually. Although we're going to struggle a little bit as our, as I called it, our corn has run out. Carlisle is on the grow. We can supply them with our wool there, and then they'll grow a little bit more as well. But not urgent. I'm keeping an eye on some of our towns around here. That's helped, hasn't it? That's helped a lot. Goodness me. Let's check on our warehouse situation. What we got? Oh, a bunch of grain for Liverpool. How's our train doing? Are you full? We have 2 running this and they're already full. That's impressive. Yeah, we may need to increase the platform count in Liverpool. I don't want to delete any trains though. Could you go park in Liverpool, sir? No, you're going to wait. No, you're off. Okay. Yeah, I want to get these trains moved. Oh, you're the one heading to Manchester. Who are you? You're Birmingham train. Right, I need you to vamoose so we can delete this track and get another... oh, in fact, we're going to have to delete everything around here. Right, quick. I see trains coming. Let's first off get rid of that. And then we need to shift this one along somehow. This is not going to be pleasant. Yes, how are we going to do this? I guess if we delete it behind you, you might not vanish. Are you going to vanish? No, you haven't vanished. Then we should be able to curve round kind of nicely and create us an extra platform or two in... Oh yeah, we are slowing down, aren't we? Is it because of this little wiggle here? Okay, you're going to have to get deleted because I don't like that little wiggle we've got. If we go back here instead, we might be able to remove that speed decrease. I would prefer it not be there. If we hook you in, there we go. There we go. Get you across like that. I think that's a little better. We're scooting a little close to our sugar. We're good enough. And it also means we can have a wide selection of platforms. Now then, we have the money, so I'm going to do this and separate our freight a little more. Let's get you hooked up with some signalling as well as our new line that's dedicated now, heading into Liverpool. There we go. Are we good? Are we all good now? I think so. If I broke it? No, there we go. Beautiful. I want to double check the direction of travel around here because a lot of changes were made. Same station, so we don't have to change the orders here. And we've separated a lot, guys. I would say that was successful. Look at that. Liverpool has grown. Manchester is really growing very quickly. Oxford is growing. Everywhere's growing. What about Dover? Forget about Dover. Poor Dover. We might do something with Dover. It's not really important at the moment. What is important? With 92,000 on both our Northern Region task and our London task. Now, when London gets to 100,000, which they have to on the way to 120,000, that should count as well towards our achieve 3 cities. So, are we happy with today? I am super happy with today. And we may need to add a few platforms on our Manchester's southern station. We have this placeholder, although the AI don't seem to be getting involved. It's fine. We might actually use the station itself anyway. I'm surprised about Cambridge. Cambridge is growing quite heavily now. I love it. Bristol will need some love at some point. They don't really get anything from us. We could hook up the wood, of course, but it's not urgent. I would like a bit of money in our back pocket. Maybe try and get rid of... Oh, can we afford that one? There we go. Let's get rid of that bond. Where do we want to ride? Probably one of these, I would say. Carlisle or something. Are you taking anything yet to Manchester? Absolutely. Should we end with doubling up on that then? Are you going to take anything as well? You are picking up wood for York, for Liverpool, for Manchester, for Manchester, for Manchester, for Manchester, for York. There we go. Alright guys, we are Carlisle bound and we are on board our Manchester to Carlisle service. Hopefully we'll see a couple of other trains on the line with us. It's pleasant out here. Look at all the poppies and stuff out there. Oh, what are those blue flowers? I don't know what those are. It's lovely, isn't it? Absolutely lovely. When you get on board these, you don't... It's when you finally appreciate the scale of the maps, isn't it? There's our junction heading off to York. We'll be going past our little resupply siding that we've set up, which I think will work quite well for some of our longer journeys where it's not really necessary to double track or, well, not double track, but quadruple track. Especially if you get to something like plus lines on there, you could spread that out quite nicely, couldn't you? And have like a refuel station where all your trains branch off for a short time. Guys, absolutely love today. Always love it when there's a big build and a bit of working out to do, especially with that warehouse situation. And it was great to see all of those arrows, green arrows, upwards. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.